My name is Ibrahim Kamara, and today I will be discussing the correlation of HIV treatment and prevention with socioeconomic status. So, what is socioeconomic status, or SES for short, and how does it affect the quality of living in society? So, SES is an individual's or group's economic and sociological status, or social status, in society, and it can be divided into three classes: upper, whose income ranges from 150,000 and above; middle, whose income ranges from 45,000 to 149,000; lower class, whose income ranges from 20,000 to 44,000. And anything below or at 20,000 is considered to be at or under the poverty level. SES depends on a combination of variables, not only income, but three others: wealth, education, and place of residence. With all these factors, SES can affect the quality of life, which then shapes accessibility to resources, quality of education, privileges in society, and opportunities for advancement. Poverty and HIV diagnosis. So poverty can best be defined as when an individual's or community's income level from employment is so low that the minimum standard of living cannot be met. For those who are at or below the poverty level, HIV prevalence are significantly higher compared to individuals in a higher class due to the lack of accessibility of resources, income, and medical care. And HIV diagnosis for individuals at or under the poverty line can often be a pre-morbid condition. According to 2018 U.S. Census data, the highest poverty rate by race is found among Native Americans at 25.4%, with Blacks or African Americans at 20.8% having the second highest poverty rate, and Hispanics of any race having the third highest poverty rate at 17.6%, while you have whites and people of the Asian community being at 10.1%. Because the data breaks down poverty rates by race, we then know there's an increased population of people of color living with an HIV diagnosis due to higher rates of poverty within those communities. Right? Unfortunately, I couldn't find a chart that includes more ethnicities and race. And this is the best one I could find. So going off of this chart, we can see that African Americans male-to-male contact are at the highest at 9,499. Then we have Hispanic male-to-male contact below at 7,543. Below that, we have white male-to-male contact at 6,423. And then we have their heterosexual counterparts at the end. I'm going to be using AIDSview to show a direct correlation of poverty levels and increased HIV diagnoses. So I'm going to be showing two cities, Denver and where I was raised, Memphis, which is a poor city compared to Denver. So first, here's Denver. So right now, to the right, you'll see the poverty level, and then to the left, you'll see the increased diagnoses of HIV. So in the zip code 80216, at the end of 2017, 24.6% of people were living in poverty. So if we check on the left side to show the HIV diagnosis level, in 2017, 1,064 of every 100,000 people were living with HIV. And we've moved down to the zip code 80205. In 2017, 1,973 of every 100,000 people were living with HIV. And then if we move to the right, at the end of 2017, 20.4% of people were living in poverty in that zip code. So now I'm going to show the same comparisons with Memphis because I know Memphis has a higher poverty rate compared to Denver. So just looking at the map, you can see how much the area, the Memphis city metro, is living in poverty, and the direct correlation into how it affects resources and treatment for HIV. So in the zip code 38106 in Memphis, in this region to the left, at the end of 2017, 41.9% of people were living in poverty. And below that, 25.6% people were living in poverty. And if we move to the left, 1,665 of every 100,000 people will live with HIV, and below that, it's 1,240. Here are some solutions on prevention. There are a plethora of ideas for prevention. However, the most affordable, accessible, and immediate method is making sure that consenting individuals are participating in safe sex and are having an open conversation on status. There are clinics that will hold free testing on specific dates and times and will hand out free contraceptives as well as more information on the resources for finding medical help. Here are resources that I found to be very helpful. So the first one is the National Prevention Information Network. This will help find PrEP in your area, depending on zip code. It doesn't really show if you need medical insurance or not. So what I would suggest is making sure when finding those clinics, give them a call and ask those questions directly for them so you know just in case. So the second is an HIV testing clinic. So the second resource is an HIV testing clinic locator. So this will help find clinics that will do HIV testing as well as other STIs in your area. So the best thing, because like the first resource, it doesn't show pricing or affordability. So I would check the website or just give them a call to see how much the cost is for testing. And then the last resource is an HIV hotline. So if you have any questions or need more resources or anything like that, this will give you a number depending on your state or area, and you give them a call, and an operator will be gladly to help you.